Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name. In this video, we're going to be reviewing my previous Knights of the Frozen Throne card reviews. A lot of the other streamers had actually made videos about this to prior expansions, and I thought they were really funny and gave a lot of good insight into kind of what to look for when new cards are released, because their cards are really hard to scale and rate prior to them coming out, because you can't actually play with them or put them in your deck, right? So I kind of want to go back, see what I was right on, see what I was wrong on. We'll kind of talk about it. Also, keep note, we're streaming on Twitch right now. This is the second time we've made a kind of Twitch/YouTube video at the same time. So work with me here. I'll do my best to keep it flowing, answer the Twitch chat questions that I see fit, or any responses they have to share with you guys. And with that, let's get it started. Rob, talk to me. Get any of these cards yet? So this is basically just my first impression, and then once all of the cards get released, we can kind of get a better idea of where everything stands.
Rob, you talk really quick.
We're just going to take a basic look and kind
I've
of
actually sped it up, I believe.
Say what the card as it is.
1.25.
We don't have a full set. We haven't played with the cards. We're going to be wrong, but a lot of these cards I think will be right. So the first card is going to be the Warlock Legendary Blood Queen. So she's a 5 mana 1/6, so the health is definitely there. Lifesteal, which is the new mechanic. Not really new. It's a mechanic that's been around, but they basically
Rob, this card
were able
fucking
to save
sucks.
card text by just saying Lifesteal instead of whenever this minion does damage, heal yourself for that amount. So they definitely save text there, and it says has +1 attack for each card you've discarded this game, not disenchanted.
We're gonna go to normal. I think that was too quick.
Most of the time for 5 mana minions, 5 to 6 health is pretty reasonable. The 1 attack is what is going to make or break this card, right? So
good
there's
analysis,
a couple things
Rob.
that come to my mind when I look at this and I think about it, right? There was a card very similar to this in the aspect of starting with 1 attack and growing over the course of the game, and it was a Paladin Legendary. It's like Bolivar or something, and it came, I think,
get him, Rob.
The EGT Legendary, and it said for every minion that dies on the battlefield, or if you play, I don't know, it had something to do with minions, and I'm pretty sure whenever you played a minion or whenever a minion died, one of the two. We'll pull them up on the screen if I have time. If not, I will. And he gained +1 attack, and I believe he had 7 HP, and I believe he was a 5 or 6 mana card.
Both cards sucked.
He saw no play.
Never saw
Granted,
play.
He didn't have
either of these
lifesteal,
cards.
but it kind of falls under the same boat, right? Like, you're paying 5 mana for a card that could potentially be bad. We're going to have to see what other Warlock cards get brought up to the table, right? Because if we get a lot of great discard,
Rob burning Rob,
cards,
but
like
Rob
cards that
love
say,
Rob.
like makes cards that cannot be discarded, or you choose what can and cannot be discarded. Because let's say this gets discarded, it comes back. If you even there's that 5 mana 5/5 that says, you know, you can bring back a card that got discarded. You're gonna bring back a 1/6 that has lifesteal. It doesn't even come back.
All right, Rob, you're gonna have to speed this up a little bit. We've covered only 1 card so far, and the card sucks. We need to move forward, Rob.
Buffed. The same thing with the Clutch Mother, right? Like, you could discard a 2/2 Clutch Mother, and then that's the card that always gets brought back, not the 4/4
This is pretty
or the
good.
6/6.
This is haircut Rob talking to haircut Rob.
So
they're on the same level.
I'm not overwhelmingly impressed by this at the first looks, but again, there's more set to be revealed, and we definitely could see something that synergizes really well with it. So the next card is going to be the Tickling Abomination.
I'm not even going to cover that card.
Yeah.
I want to.
Moving on to the
I didn't even cover the card. I was gonna skip the video to the next card, but I just did it myself.
Fire armor. This is
oh my god.
This is good. So it's a 3 mana 4/3. Sorry, I didn't get rid of the card before. I'm still getting used to OBS. I'm so used to just editing cards in, but at the moment I just don't have time for it. So this is how we're gonna do our setup. So 3 mana, 4/3 stats are there. You know, anything for 3 mana that's a 3/4 or 4/3, those are just really good stats. So even if it has an okay ability, most of the time, depending on the deck you're playing, you can run it. It says Death Rattle. If it's your opponent's turn, gain 6 armor.
I'm pretty sure I said this card was good.
This could be huge.
Could be huge.
So if it's your opponent's turn, so you play the card, right?
Yeah. You play it. You got to do that, Rob.
And then if your opponent kills it on their turn, which is normally when they attack or cast spells, you gain 6 armor.
Yeah,
and if
just
you
read the
trade
ability
it
3
to it on
times.
your turn, you don't really get anything, but it's a Death Rattle, so it can get brought back with N'Zoth, because N'Zoth in the Warrior decks, we always had hard targets to find for that, you know? In Paladin, they have Tyrion.
Okay, comparing classes.
Like
good
that.
job,
Warrior, we have... What do we have? We don't have anything in Warrior that would really... You know,
we have Sarah.
We
got the dinosaur chick.
And then that... The 4 or 5 mana 1/1 that turns into a 5/5, but no Warrior exclusive cards that have Death Rattle that are anywhere near
Sarah
meaningful to play. So I think N'Zoth Warrior or some form of Control Warrior could in fact be something we see. But the thing is, why would you ever play a Control Warrior deck that doesn't run the quest? That would be strictly worse than the Quest Warrior. So they kind of pigeonholed themselves there, right? So hopefully Quest Warrior or not quest warrior, but maybe in a control warrior. Like, let's say the new warrior Death Knight card.
We're not talking about the Death Knight. We're talking about Mountain Farmer armor, Rob. Rob, you're gonna Rob, slow down. We're gonna have to have a chat here, Rob. Rob. Mountain Fire armor is our target. You've talked about N'Zoth, Quest Warrior, and now a DK that you don't even know about. You need to stay on track, Rob. You need to stay on track. No one wants to hear this shit. Especially Rob.
Maybe that can compete with the new Ragnaros hero power that the quest gives, you know? I would really like to see Control Warrior back into the picture, and seeing cards like this, you know, it brings hope that maybe, you know, the Death Knight hero power for the warrior class can be pretty good. Who the fuck knows? But I'm hoping, right? I mean, this is a pretty good card, and it's pushing the right direction for Control, so I'd love to see something like that.
Good case analysis,
the next card
Rob.
is going to be Icebreaker. It's a shaman card.
Oh,
it's
God.
a 3-mana 1/3. Destroy any frozen minion damaged by this.
It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, where does this lie?
Yeah, that's a good question.
With me here, guys.
I had to take a sip of alcohol when I saw this card.
Shamans have Frost Shock.
I legit looked at this card and had to take a drink of fucking alcohol. I was like, where does this... What's going on here?
Maybe they're going to release some Shaman freezing stuff. Freezing Totem. At the end of each turn, freeze 1 minion on your opponent's side of the field. I swear to God, if that's a card, I did not know. I did not know Freezing Totem was going to be a card. Glacial Shard. Glacial Shard, there you go. Maybe we'll see some, like,
We never saw that, Rob.
Tempo Shaman that runs Icebreaker, Glacial Shard,
free Shaman?
Freezing Totem,
Elemental
and stuff
Tempo
like
free
that.
Shaman this
Frost
fucking
Shocks.
kid is talking
But
about.
where's your win condition?
Rob,
I don't know.
Stop drinking alcohol.
I don't know.
I don't
Seems
know.
cool. Seems interesting. Keep in mind, you can be like, Rob, why is Shaman getting all these weapons? They have Jade Claws, Spirit Claws, Claws, Axes, Doom Hammers. What's going on? Remember when sets rotate out that they're going to be a lot of sets, or a lot of classes lose a lot. So them being like making sure they print enough weapons in each set, so when a set falls off or 2 or 3 sets falls off with the rotation, that there is still something.
Did we come to a
few
conclusion?
Weapons. So hopefully that made sense for some of you. The next card we're going to go over is a warrior card.
Okay, this
It's
is
a
an interesting
4-mana
one.
2/2 Blood Razor, Battle Cry.
I want to
and
see what I
Death
say about
Rattle.
this. I think I say
deal
bad
1
things.
damage to all minions. For those of you who are around in the days of Death Spite, this is just such a bad Death Spite. Like, because it's 4 mana, right? That's the Death Spite. That's where it fills in. It's Death Spite, Death Rattle was deal 1 damage to all minions. It had 4 attack instead of 2. Granted, its Battle Cry wasn't deal 1 damage to all minions. Not to say that this is a really
Do you
bad
see why
card,
your YouTube
but
comments
I think
hate your
it's a
videos?
strictly worse
I might.
Death Spite. Like, that card is just insane. So when you have like, you know, you have wild cards and you have to choose between Blood Razor and
What's
a
up, Rob?
fucking
What's up?
Death Spite, let me tell you, I don't think this is gonna be
Rob,
this
stop
isn't gonna
reminiscing
be,
in the
this
past.
Is the Christmas present.
We're
you
in
were looking for.
2017.
The Death Spite's the Christmas present, right?
rate the card, fucker.
Maybe there's more synergy with dealing 1 damage to your own minions. I can see how that's a positive with cards like Bloodhoof Brave, Alkalita Pain, and general activators for cards that require you to take 1 damage. In Rage effect. I would have liked to see this card. I would like to see Fiery War Axe get, as much as I love the Warrior class and I love, you know, how good Fiery War Axe
speaking
is
words.
in Warrior, I would like to see Fiery War Axe move to Hall of Fame.
Hey!
A card like Blood Razor come in and make this a 2-mana card.
You'd
Just make
like to
this a
see it get
2-mana
moved to Hall of Fame. Just a few months later, it was nerfed. Rob, fortune teller, back at it again.
card. It replaces Fiery War Axe, but it's strictly a little bit. It synergizes with other stuff really good, but it has 1 less attack.
Really
and
well,
it's not
Rob.
Competing with so much shit. Even
It synergizes well, not good. Speak fucking English for our viewers.
make this a 2-mana 1/2 Battle Cry, deal 1 damage to all minions. Death Rattle, deal 1 damage to all minions. It still gets played. I bet this would still be played as a 2-mana 1/2. Maybe, oh, 2-mana 2/1. I don't fucking know. I just feel like 4-mana, this card, it's like, where is it going to fit in? I could be completely wrong.
Where's it
but
gonna
I
fit?
just
It's a
feel
2
like
of, Rob.
I just don't see it.
See it!
I like it, but I just don't see it. And,
You-
and that's probably because I haven't seen all the cards yet. The next card was speculation card. It was said
Rob,
to
that's
be
a good
leaked,
card.
And then people complained
You
all
play
over
2
my
of them.
Instagram and Twitter. Oh, this is a fake card. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake. But yet it's on every Hearthstone related site in regards to cards that have been released. So I'm gonna go with what the guys who run the Hearthstone sites say is an actual card. I'm not a card creating master over here, but you know, if I go to 3 or 4 different
you are a
Hearthstone
fortune
related
teller.
websites that are all, that's what I go to when I pull cards from and see what people have to say. This is on there. I'm gonna go with that. So if you don't agree that this isn't a card yet, so be it, but I'm thinking it is. The 9 mana, gain 5 armor when you play it. Battle Cry, summon a 3/6 water elemental, so at least you get
The number
a
you're
minion
looking
out of
for,
the deal.
Rob,
It
was
says your
5,
elementals have
not
life
5.
steal for the rest of the game. So as cool as this does seem, I like the whole, you know, giving mage some longevity ability to have life steal. You generate a minion,
Longevity,
it
that's
has
a big word
elemental
for you, buddy.
synergies, you get a little bit of armor. 9 mana is a fucking hefty price to pay for a 3/6, let me tell you. And also, I had no idea what the hero power is going to turn into. We knew with the Hunter Death Knight when it turned into Undead Rexar or Huntard, it was build your own, build a bear, build your pet, or whatever it was. You combine 2 beasts together and
build a bear. I
don't
still
know what
used
the fuck
it.
this is going to be. I have no idea. It hasn't, no one said anything. I tried to look at the comments to see if anything might have leaked through the cracks there. Couldn't find anything in regards to that. So at the moment, you know, the hero power for this could be, you know, a 2 mana summon a water elemental. All of a sudden, this is pretty good. It's like
Did I just Rob, you're a goddamn genius. I I had no idea what the hero power was, and I just assumed it was 2 mana, gain a water elemental. And I said if it's that, it's pretty good. All right, Rob.
Draxus, but not
Simmer
really
down.
Draxus, but kind of like Draxus. A Jana Draxus. So I think it might be something like that.
Rob,
Hero power
you've lost
summon an
all credit
elemental.
already.
It makes sense that it would be. It follows exactly what the card is trying to achieve here. I think that would be super badass, and it might that actually
You've lost me, Rob.
that it allowed you to counterplay on your opponent's turn in regards to them be unable to
Yeah, this is not one I'm
use
gonna review.
spells to combo you out. So a lot of really good players would
Ooh.
identify when your opponent
What do we got here?
2-ish Lothab. The next one's
Plague
going to be
Scientist.
a really good card that they handed Rogue.
Really
Comment
good
that.
card.
It's a 3 mana 2/3 combo. Give a friendly minion poisonous. So I think this is going to be a really good arena card. There's a couple people that mentioned it being really good in arena. I'd have to agree with them there.
Okay.
The thing is that giving it to Rogue, you know, Rogues don't have minion generation like Paladins do and stuff like that. So it's not like they can easily give it to a minion. And a lot of the time,
What about Jade Swarmer, Rob? The 2 mana invisible
good in
card.
arena because arena's curve stone, and you know you're able to play this on a smaller minion, and you're gonna have smaller minions in a rogue deck in arena because you basically play with all random cards. But in ranked, to see this played, Rogue is very particular in the cards it plays right now. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room for like extra shit.
Can you
Like, when
define
play
wiggle
Miracle
room?
Rogue, your deck is built for a specific purpose, and that purpose alone, and every card in the deck is helping either that purpose or synergizes well with the purposes that gets you to the end purpose.
Okay, Rob. I made a joke about me saying purpose, which I was about to just say because I said purpose like 4 fucking times. So never mind.
So adding
I
cards
literally
like
just
Plague
said
Scientist to your Miracle Rogue is as cool as you think. You know, using it on your 2/2 flower or
I
your
somehow knew in the future I was going to
Shurizen
make
that's
a
gonna
joke
come
about
back to
myself
life
saying
the next
purpose,
turn.
so I made a joke
It
about
could
purpose
work out
in
for
the
you,
video
but I
prior.
don't think it fits particularly well in those decks. Maybe it fits better into Tempo Rogue. You know, you got a bunch of small minions going on. You can combo this with a 1-drop on
Tempo
4. You already
Rogue.
have a minion out.
Guess
You
what's
know, you
guess
can
what's in
tempo
the meta
that way.
right now,
Keep
boys?
in mind, you know, it does have that combo, so it requires
Guess what's one of the most popular decks in the meta right now? Tempo Rogue. Back at it again.
requires you to play a card with it. So whether it's 0 mana or 1 mana, you know, you're only going to be able to play this on 3, if not 4. I guess you could coin it out on 2 if you already have a minion down. But, you know, those are very specific situations. And on top of that, how many times on turn 2 or 3 has your opponent gone crazy unless you're also playing against a rogue who did make like a big Van Cleef or something? I don't know. I think it's good in arena. I don't really see it being fantastic in ranked, but I could be wrong. Again, it's really hard to tell, and there might be a deck at which it fits into. The next card is going to be Prince.
Not a bad one there. All right, let's check. I don't want to talk about the Prince,
The last one, I guess, is Professor Putricide. A lot of people were thinking that was going to be good. So let's look at the review on Putricide.
For last, Professor Putricide, guys, take a look at this. I think this is the best legendary they've printed for Hunter since ever. Every Hunter legendary has sucked, besides Dreadscale, because it was actually good against Muster for battle. Besides that, there's Savannah Highmane is the closest thing Hunters have had to a good legendary. So this guy, a 4 mana 5/4, stats are there. Stats are on point. This is looking yoked. After you play a secret, put a random
I just rated a card in a yolking system.
I'll let you guys, let's just sink that in. So, best case scenario.
All right, couple things all right, Rob, we've never defined wiggle room. That never happened. You're going to have to define this somewhere in the next video. Yoked. That's not on the scale of what we represented of cards being rated. You said you were going to rate these cards. Saying something is yoked isn't even in the fucking English language. How do you expect anybody to understand what the fuck you're talking about when you're rating cards by eggs? Yoked. What do you mean yolk? Like, what the fuck is a yolk?
You play the Cloaked Huntress, you know, that says all your secrets cost 0. It lives. You drop Professor Putricide, and you turn into a super secret paladin. And it's
Rob, what do you think of that card? It's yoked.
Who am I?
All right, every deck's gonna play, man. Good.
You drop like 2 secrets, it turns into 4 secrets. You've got a full. It's beyond a tiara. You've got almost a Christmas tree of secrets, and you're just having a party. Worst case scenario, you drop Putricide, and he's a 5/4. And if you have a secret, you get 2 secrets, which is double the value. I love value. I don't think that this is going to push Hunters to #1. I don't think this isn't going to push Hunters to anywhere near 1. I don't think it's going to push them to tier 2. But I think this, on top of 1 or 2 other Hunter cards
Bear Shark,
that are relatively cheap and impact the early game, could in fact make Hunter a viable deck to play at higher rankings. Because right now, Hunter sucks.
Yes, it does.
Hunter's okay if you get fucking Curve Stone him out and you get the ultimate draw and everything works out. Sure, Hunter's amazing. You'll win every game.
Any deck works
that
like
doesn't
that,
happen. Hunter will win, but most of the time, Hunter it's the second worst deck besides Warlock right now. Warlock. Every tournament, they release the stats of Warlock, and Warlock is like less than, I think, 11% win rate.
And it's still like
and
that.
Hunter is right along. It's like 20, 18, somewhere in there. It's not very good.
Talking about statistics,
so
Rob.
I think of this along with a couple other good Hunter cards, and Hunter's going to be back on the map. I don't particularly like the Hunter class. I think the hero power is
no one cares about what you like and don't like. They want you to rate the fucking cards, Rob. And so far, you've rated the cards in an egg system named Yolk. So I've lost. Rob, we're going to go on to episode number 2 here. We're going to review those cards, and hopefully you get a little better, Rob, because right now I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you, Rick. Every time, Rick, we get into something we don't want to get into, and it's your fault, man. So with that, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next episode, of course. Be sure to leave your comments in the section below of what you think of this type of video, and if we should continue on. So with that, thanks for watching. I'm Rob, of course, at Warshack, and happy whatever the hell date is.